morning, family of fast. Matt Mosman, the Chief Endurance Officer over at EndurElite. Welcome to another episode of Busting the Bull. Now, over the last few weeks, I've come to discover that the content Google pushes into my feed on a daily basis is a virtual treasure trove of articles of complete and utter bull. But that is good news for me because that gives me a lot of information to pick apart and destroy. Now, the article I came across the other day was titled 12 Things You Need to Know About Protein. And I was like, well, I guess I'm going to learn something new today. And that was my first mistake. These 12 things I needed to know about protein were complete bull. And by the time I got done reading it, my head, it just wanted it to explode. So out of those 12, I picked 3 that are complete bull, and I'm gonna bust these 3 protein myths today. I would love to bust all 12 of them, but I don't think I would have the patience, and you would see my anger rise over the course of this video if I had to discredit each of those 12 myths. So today we're just gonna bust the top 3 protein myths, and I'm not just gonna say, hey, these are complete bull. I'm gonna actually back it up how I usually do with the science and the research and not the bro science bull. So, the first popular myth about protein is eating too much of it can cause kidney damage. And the theory goes like this: you eat too much protein, it forces the kidneys to work harder to expel all that extra nitrogen. Now, there is not one single shred of evidence in the past 100 years that shows eating too much protein impairs kidney function. Now, if you have a pre-existing kidney disorder, yeah, absolutely, you probably don't want, well, you don't want to eat too much protein. That can have really negative consequences. But in otherwise healthy individuals, eating excessive protein is not going to cause kidney damage. It won't. It just won't. And to back that up, there was a 2015 study done by Jose Antonio that had subjects eat 3 times the recommended amount of protein on a daily basis for 4 months. And at the end of this study, they did basic metabolic blood panels and tested for certain biomarkers. And one of those were indicative of kidney damage. But guess what? That blood marker for kidney damage remained the same. It wasn't elevated, indicating kidney damage. So that is myth number 1, busted. The second protein myth we're gonna bust the bullshit on is eating too much protein is bad for bone health. And scientists once thought that by eating too much protein, that this would cause excessive excretion of calcium from the bone and ruin your bone density. And again, this is total bullshit. And in fact, a 2003 study showed that chronic low consumption of protein can actually have a more negative effect on bone density and bone mass and overall bone health. And other recent research has suggested that eating a little bit more protein actually helps with absorption of calcium in the bones. So, myth number 2, busted. Now for the third myth. Eating protein causes gas. Again, total bull. Unless you are lactose intolerant, that may cause gas. And otherwise, if you're using like protein shakes as your sole source of nutrition, yeah, you're gonna have gas and you're gonna be that person that annoys the shit out of your coworkers for dropping bombs in the toilet in the company restroom. But otherwise, if you're lactose intolerant, maybe switch, like if you do protein shakes, for example, switch to a whey isolate, honestly. That's all you really got to do. And just don't think, by eating protein, it's going to be causing you to ripping farts all over the place. So complete another bull. So those are the 3 myths. Now let's just quickly discuss the importance of protein for endurance athletes. So we all know protein is absolutely vital for muscle recovery and repair. And as an endurance athlete, you should be eating about 1.2 to 1.6 grams per kilogram body weight daily. Maybe a little bit more if you're doing endurance training and strength training as well. Now, again, you don't have to go overboard on protein, and this is the way I like to look at it. If you're getting at least 20 to 25 grams of a good protein at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then maybe throw in a protein shake or a little bit higher protein snack in between meals, you're probably going to reach your protein requirements on a daily basis with ease. You know, it doesn't have to be complicated. I mean, I see people post shit all the time about, oh, my breakfast was poached eggs with hollandaise sauce, and I had a nice cedar plate salmon for lunch and a finely grilled seasoned chicken breast for dinner. I mean, who has time to make that crap? I have a frickin' Jimmy Dean sausage in the morning, a turkey sandwich for lunch, and a big old honkin' pork chop for dinner, and some protein shakes in between there, and I meet my protein requirements on a daily basis. Honestly, if it takes more than 10 minutes to do, I'm probably not gonna make it. So, that is all I have for today, my endurance friends. If you have a buddy who believes in those protein myths, I want you to approach them today, raise your right hand and slap them across the face, and then show them this video and say, these myths are total bull. If you want other videos like this on endurance training, nutrition, and supplementation, subscribe to the EndurElite YouTube channel or head on over to the EndurElite blog at www.endurelite.com. Get social with us on Instaslam and Facebook. And until next time, my endurance friends, stay fueled, stay focused, stay fast, and stay informed.